She stood by the glass wall, the city glittering beneath her like a promise she had already claimed. In her hand, a glass of wine she hadn't touched. To anyone else, Victoria Hale was the picture of triumph, power, elegance, and control. But in the stillness of that night, her reflection felt like a stranger's. She could buy anything, except the one thing she wanted back. What if the very thing you chased your whole life is the reason you're alone today? Flashes of another time cut through her mind. A laugh in a small cafe, a ring left on a table, the echo of footsteps walking away. That memory was supposed to fade. It hadn't. Victoria Hale was a woman forged by ambition and unwavering determination. From humble beginnings in a small town, she left everything behind to chase a dream few dared to pursue. She immersed herself in the ruthless world of finance, climbing the ranks with sheer willpower and sharp intelligence. Known for her discipline and strategic mind, Victoria became a symbol of success. Admired, respected, but often misunderstood. She built a fortress of control around herself, mastering every challenge thrown her way. But behind the scenes, that control came with a cost. Moments of deep loneliness and sacrifices she rarely allowed herself to acknowledge. Her rise was meteoric, but the higher she climbed, the more isolated she became. Victoria's story was not just about achieving wealth, it was about what happens when ambition overshadows everything else in life. Before Victoria's rise, there was love, simple, genuine, and full of promise. In those early days, her world was smaller, brighter, filled with shared dreams and laughter in a modest apartment. They planned a future together, believing time would be on their side. But when the big opportunity came knocking, Victoria made a choice: chase success now, or hold on to what felt safe. She told herself it was temporary, that the sacrifices were necessary for both of them. Late nights at the office, missed calls, and broken promises slowly built an invisible wall between them. Her partner waited, hoping she'd return, but with every passing day, the distance grew. What started as a hopeful union became a quiet heartbreak. The love she left behind was the cost she never truly counted. Until now, Victoria reached the peak of her career, basking in the glow of accomplishments others only dreamed of. She stood at the center of boardrooms, commanding respect and sealing deals worth millions. Awards and accolades followed, painting the picture of a woman who had it all. Yet beneath the glittering surface, an emptiness lingered. Lavish dinners were often eaten alone, the clinking of glasses echoing in empty rooms. Parties surrounded her with noise, but the silence inside was deafening. She told herself this was the price of success, a small sacrifice for greatness. But the more she achieved, the heavier the loneliness became. Like a shadow she couldn't shake. The riches filled her bank accounts, but failed to fill the growing void in her heart. Success was hers, but happiness had quietly slipped away. One chilly evening, Victoria left her office later than usual. As she crossed a busy street, a familiar face caught her eye. There he was, her past standing still in time, smiling gently, holding the hand of a small child. The sight struck her like a sudden storm, freezing her steps. For a moment, the noise around faded, and all she could see was the life she once dreamed of. Her heart raced, but years of pride and regret kept her rooted in place. She wanted to approach, to say something, anything, but the words got trapped inside. He glanced her way, a flicker of recognition in his eyes, but she turned away, swallowed by the crowd. That moment was a sharp reminder of what she had lost. She wondered silently, would she trade her empire for that simple happiness, or was it already too late? The night of the gala arrived, shimmering with lights and applause. Victoria walked through the crowd, a queen in her realm, yet her steps felt heavy. Cameras flashed, voices praised her achievements, but inside, a storm raged. She pulled out her phone and hesitated before opening a photo. The same one she had seen that evening, of him and the child. Memories flooded back, soft laughter and warm embraces contrasted sharply with her lonely reality. The party swirled around her, but she felt trapped in silence. Suddenly, she made a choice. Leaving behind the celebration, she slipped out into the cool night air. Her heels clicked on the pavement as she walked purposefully to a familiar door. Her hand hovered over the knob. For a heartbeat, she wavered, caught between the life she built and the love she left behind. Then she stepped back, tears glistening but unfallen. Some doors, she realized, might remain closed forever. Victoria stood silently before the door, the weight of years pressing down like a shadow. Her fingers trembled, but she didn't knock. The life she had fought so hard to build had brought her to this quiet crossroads, a choice between the luxury of success and the warmth of a love she had let slip away. Tears welled in her eyes, but she swallowed them, knowing some wounds take a lifetime to heal. Success had filled her hands with riches, but emptied her heart of what truly mattered. She turned away from the door and into the night, the city lights shimmering cold and distant. Success can fill your hands, but it can also empty your heart. The question lingered, unanswered. If you were in her place, would you choose differently?